Wow, it feels like I'm in some other foreign land. There's fog. Where am I? Hello everybody, my name is Melissa Henig and I am with rawpaleo.com. And I'm uncooking my way through my book called Raw Paleo. Today we're gonna just get right to the raw meat stuff because we've done a raw butter recipe, 2 of them so far, and I figured people want the good stuff. So this is one of the easiest ones I found in here, and it has like 4 or 5 ingredients. This is beef tenderloin. I just went into a specialty butcher and I asked for filet mignon actually, and I got 1 little piece of it because I use raw meat as a vitamin supplement. I don't believe in taking man-made, chemically made, supplements that aren't straight from nature. This piece of meat is raw protein. I use it as a vitamin supplement for CoQ10, zinc, B12, iron, all the reasons to be eating red meat. And when it's raw, it means it's bioavailable raw proteins and fats. Bioavailable means that they assimilate and absorb and they're used really well in the body. So this is what we're using. Okay, so what you want to do is take your little piece of filet mignon. This is the easiest, most tender piece to cut up for the steak tartare. And I go against the grain. I go against the grain because I want everything to digest as easy as possible in my body. The health really depends on good digestion. You really don't want things to get backed up in there and ferment and just be rotting. You want everything to just go in, assimilate, and go out and just digest really easily. That's one of the main reasons that I love eating raw foods, is it's alive with enzymes. Enzymes help break down nutrients and they help assimilate and digest foods. So I just really have been not eating as much food. We just don't need we don't need that much. We have so much extreme access to so much food. Oh, I'm cutting off the fat, by the way. I mean, you could technically eat this, but I like to eat raw butter with my raw meat. So I'm just cutting off the fat. I cut it against the grains and I just kind of stack it up, cut some nice tiny little pieces. You can leave them a little bigger if you like, whatever size you want, but 1/4 inch is good, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Some people throw this in a food processor. Alrighty. Oh, it really helps to have a really sharp knife too. Let's get back to digestion for a second. It's really wise to skip 4 hours in between meals. So it's really wise to skip 4 hours in between meals so that your last meal can properly digest and you're not just piling up food onto the next and to the next. Just wait till you're really hungry and then eat. Okay, so I am almost done here. I'm cutting into tiny little pieces. I've seen the chefs make steak tartare. My knife's just not that sharp, so I still have to kind of go back and forth a little bit here. But I noticed that eating raw meat like this, I have no problem chewing it. It's easy for me to chew, and if I eat cooked meat, it's really tough. I don't know if anyone else ever notices that, anyone that eats raw meat out there. But this for me is so easy to chew, and you don't need a lot. That's the thing, it's quality over quantity. So you need just a little bit of raw meat each week, maybe 2-3 nights a week, and that'd be great for a vitamin supplement. All right, let's check out this recipe here. So we need olive oil, raw mustard, Himalayan salt, and raw honey. That's it. There's not going to be any greens in this, but you can always put it on a bed of greens, make it look pretty. Okay, pinch of salt. This is just my own thing I have here, but it's Himalayan pink salt. You don't want the refined salt with the little umbrella girl on there. You want this because it has a lot of minerals in it. This is raw fermented mustard that I make at home, and actually the recipe's in the book. I can post it though. I'll post the recipe to this underneath the video. Basically, it's just brown and yellow mustard seeds. I get the seed and I mix it with apple cider vinegar and sparkling mineral water and let it sit there in a jar and ferment. And then you blend it up with raw honey and it's so good. It's unpasteurized raw mustard and I'm using a tablespoon. It's really spicy. I mean, it's got some good flavor. Raw honey is loaded with, it's an alive food, loaded with enzymes. It helps you digest and assimilate everything you eat it with. I know this seems a little silly that we're putting something sweet with the meat, but it is good. So we're gonna have sweet and spicy and salty so far. And this is cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. Whee! I always use my hands to mix my raw meat dishes. So here's what you do. You go right in, you mix up your honey, your mustard, your salt, and your olive oil. Hopefully you can see that okay. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. That mustard. So what you want to do next is plate it. I mean, how easy and fast is it to make a raw meat meal? You don't even have to cook it. Oh my gosh, I love this. I have some greens from the farmer's market. They're a couple days old. But mustard greens, organic, a little bit of romaine in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and plate the raw meat right on the greens. Just like this. Some steak tartare, so simple, so good for you. And that's it. And maybe we can, you can make it fancy. Let's put a little dollop. I love using my fingers, it's okay. The raw meat is loaded with good bacteria. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's a broad spectrum probiotic, which means that it's actually very anti-aging. So cells in the body are always dying off and always replicating. We always need new cells to regenerate. And that's what microorganisms do. They help the gut regenerate new cells. That's why raw meat is anti-aging. It's a probiotic. It has enzymes, raw protein. So good. Here you go. All right, let's taste it. I already know it's going to be good. It's really good. It's so spicy from the mustard. Definitely a good dish. Super easy, super simple. Eat this as your vitamin supplement and just enjoy it. This is what people do in other countries. It's a crime to cook your meat. It's steak tartare in France or carpaccio in Italy. I want to travel, get some raw meat. My name is Melissa Henig and we just made some raw, some raw filet mignon steak tartare. And if you have any questions about bacteria or parasites, I would love to answer all your questions. I'm melissa@rawpaleo.com is my email. The website is rawpaleo.com. See you soon. We found loquats. This has been an amazing day for foraging food. And look, oh, I can reach more plums. Yay! I got my barefoot earth runners in the mail here. So far so good. Super comfortable. Oh, these things are pretty. Oh, there's my good earth hat.